What's up guys, and welcome to my stream of Forza Horizon 2, but more importantly, my game is out. Wait, there we go.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Right, so let me just drink something. Some tea. Right, so as I was talking, my game is out, so you can download it right now. It's already available, and you can download the game. Now, as I said, it is a demo version, so it's still not finished. That's one thing. The other thing is, the game, the first chapter is still not finished, because there will be some other things that I will add to it. So there are things that are not finished in the first chapter. Handling, wait, let me see handling. Yeah, sorry. So, you can play the game. The game will take about an hour and a half for you to complete. And if you do all the quests and stuff like this, it will obviously take more. Now, it will finish the game. It doesn't matter what type of progress you do. You can have, I don't know, level 100. Just grind all of that. But it doesn't matter, and I wouldn't advise to do that, because the game will still change. So your saves will not work in the new game. Therefore, just play it and just experience it. See how you like it, and if you have any feedback, I do welcome it. Now, the links you can find below the player on my stream. If it's not below the player, if you are watching this on YouTube, for example, after I finish streaming, the links will be available on my website and on my description of the video. So when you have a video description, or I don't know, whatever you call that, under the video on YouTube, have links to my game. And there are two types. As I said, there will be two types of links to my game. First link will be with the library, and obviously wait more. So the game will wait, I didn't check, but it will wait more. All the links are on Google Drive, so I don't think there should be any problem with anyone accessing the links, because it's widely available as long as you have a link to it. Let me just select something, and I will talk, because it will lag in this. So
alright, this one's gonna be the American races. Choose an event to start.
okay, should be fine. Right, so there are two types of links and two types of files. First of all, you have one with library. So you download the game and unzip it, because it's zipped. I didn't RAR it because some people don't have RAR, and that's why I zipped it. And each and every Windows has zip, so you can unzip it on every Windows machine. And also, it's with the library, so it waits more, but you can just unpack it and play it straight ahead. So that's what happens with the library one. Now, if you download the library-less one, so without the library, you will have to download the library separately. I gave you the link to that as well. It's below the player. If you are watching this on Twitch, it's below the player on the Twitch, and it's called RTP. And you have to download the VX8 version of that. And then not only my game will work, but also any game that you download that was made in RPG Maker VX8 will work on your computer, because you have the library installed instead of only in one game. So when you install it, it's a plus that any other game that is made in this program will work for you. And if you think it's too much of a hassle, you can just download it with library and play it straight ahead without downloading anything else. But I gave the option to people, because the library can be downloaded separately. And then if you so choose to play different games made in the same program, you can just play them straight ahead. You don't have to download the versions with the libraries included. You can just download the basic version, and you will have the basic library over there already. Right. So that's pretty much that, and I won't talk about what's inside my game. I was supposed to do this stream on my computer, but then I remembered that I don't have headphones with a speaker. So I don't have mic and headphones with mic. Now, I wasn't going to rush to the shop and buy something because I didn't know whether it's gonna be good or not. That's one thing. And besides, I didn't have time because I still was doing the game before I uploaded it today. And I was kind of busy today as well. But yeah, it's kind of different because first of all, normally when you have like opening movie or introduction movie, you don't play in it, you don't do anything, you just watch it. Now in my case, you actually do stuff, you actually walk and do actions. There is a tutorial for those of you who don't know how to play games on from this software. There is a tutorial, so you don't have to worry about this. There is a tutorial where it says which keys to use and stuff like that, and how to continue and so on. So you have a basic keys displayed in the game, and we'll be able to get all the keys which you will use. The standard of the RPG Maker is basically you move around. So the movement keys are the arrows on the keyboard, and so that's for the movement. For the menu opening, because you can open the menu like in Pokemon, you can open the menu with X button, or with escape, or with numlock 0 button.
Turn around when
So
it
it's
is safe to
either
do so.
of those three, but I would recommend actually playing on X, because that's just the standard of it. It's better you place your left hand on X button while operating on movement keys with your right hand. So it's better to play like this, and I think mostly people do it like that. Sometimes when you are more skilled you will use other buttons, but I would suggest using the X button for menu, and also X button is used for cancel. When, for example, you don't want to choose something, or you want to exit somewhere or something like that, the X button is used for cancelling. Now the Z button is used for confirmation. So for example, when you want to confirm a choice, you use Z button, or enter, or space. Now Z or space is both with the left hand, but enter is not really that useful because you are actually playing with your right hand. You are using the movement keys, so you're using the arrows on the keyboard. So you would have to lift your finger or one of the other just to actually press the enter. So it's not very useful to use the enter. Sometimes when your hand is, for example, I don't know, occupied with something else, you can perhaps use enter, and it is provided and it is programmed to use as a confirmation. Also as a conversation starter, so you start the conversation with Z or enter or space button. And there was one more thing, I think, which I don't remember. But it's pretty much confirmation or selection and conversation starter. And there is one more button which is very crucial, which is shift. And shift button on both sides, doesn't matter which one you use, it can be used the left shift or the right shift, both of them work, is used for running or dashing. So while you're using your arrow keys to walk, you are actually walking, and if you press and hold the shift key, you will be running. And in the game I actually specified that in some maps have dashing or running disabled, so you cannot run on those maps. And it's not that the game is broken or something like that, it's just that you cannot run in it. Due to some conditions I made specifically that, you know, you should not run in this place or something like that. So there are those type of maps, and you will notice that in the opening scene basically. Now that's the tutorial of the game. The scene will be, as I said, interactive, so you will actually do stuff. And I will show you how to battle and stuff like this. So you have a first encounter with a monster over there. How to fight. You get accustomed to the system. Obviously, there is no explanation how to fight on pictures because I don't think it's that necessary. I could use pictures to show you how to fight, but that I think is just overkill because it is in English. It's plain English and it's very simple menu. There is just fight, escape, whatever, use item, magic or whatever. So it's very simple. I've added, actually, I was talking about in my previous streams, I've added the name tags on the scene. If you are playing the game, you will actually see that I've added some name tags, so each character which speaks has a name assigned to it. Now that is for the just beginning part of the game. That because I didn't have time to finish it. As I said, I wanted to upload the game today, so that it's before the end of the year, but also before the new year. Tomorrow we have 31st, and at 12 p.m. a.m. sorry, it will be New Year, so no one's gonna give a shit. That's why I uploaded it today, and that's why I'm doing stream today, because I won't be doing stream tomorrow. Sorry. So you will see those name tags, and those name tags will be continued on throughout the game. So it's not just that I forgot to add them or something like that, it's just that I didn't have time to add all of them in the first chapter. That's pretty much that. But they will be there, and you will see them in the future. So that's the name tags I've actually wanted to do. It's just simply a box with a name, so which character speaks, and there is a picture beneath the box. Because sometimes you won't know who you are supposed to talk to and stuff like this. There is a journal, though. There is a journal which works, and you will actually have to get the journal from your house at the beginning, because otherwise you won't be able to leave the area. So you have to get that. And the journal will have all the quests, all the information that are, well, maybe not just important, but useful to you in some ways. So for example, when I give you a quest information or just general information, those will be in the journal. And each quest, I believe every quest in the first chapter, or at least most of them, has this entry in the journal. So you will see those entries when you access the menu with the X button. When you access it, you will see the journal when you have it, and then later on entries when you have entries. So you have entries in there, and then you don't have to remember everything, but there will be some stuff I will not write in the journal. So you will have to remember that stuff. So that's pretty much that. And before, obviously I'll be playing this game for an hour, maybe two. But at the same time, I'll be talking about my game most of the time. And I will be talking about the future plans and about stuff concerning my game. Rather than other topics. And oh shit, yeah, I can just restart that. So if you have any questions, if you want to play the game, and if you have any questions, do ask them now, during the stream, I can answer them. Now, as I said in my post on my website, because I've posted it everywhere, I posted it on Twitch, on Twitter, on my website, and when this stream is finished, it will be on YouTube as well, all the links and the information about my game. As I said, I'll just advertise shit out of it, wherever I can. Because I want people to actually play it and check it out, see how it, see how it progresses from there. But yeah, I do encourage people to actually check it out, because it will take maybe an hour out of your life, but it might be a very good game to you. You never know. So there will be something to look forward to in the future when I finish it. And as I said, the game is pretty much first chapter, I don't know, maybe one and a half hours, something like that. It's not more than that. You would have to be very bad at RPG games, because it is RPG game. And oh right, yes, I wanted to say something along those lines. Yes, now I remembered. The first chapter is not that interesting, because there are some choices which I mean, not choices, but there are some actions I require you to do, so you have less freedom in the first chapter. I just want to point that out to people, because I always said that I want to give people the choice of doing the game however they like it. So there will be loads of choices and stuff like that. But at the same time, the first chapter I was doing was many years ago, and I'm not gonna change the whole chapter just to give you more freedom, and it is a introduction chapter. That's why there are some choices you have to actually do. There are some things you actually have to do. So you have no choice about them. You actually have to do them. But that's also for your own good, to get accustomed to the game. I'm sure not everyone who played this game is familiar with this type of games. That's why I'm including quests and stuff like that, in a way, like for beginners and stuff like this, so that everyone can, play this game and learn how to play it and know how to play it. Sorry. So that's why it might not be as interesting as you may think, but it is getting better with the chapters increase, when the chapters increase. So for example, the second chapter, the third chapter, those will be much more interesting, because there will be much more stuff in them. As I said, this one is about an hour and a half long. Now the second chapter will be about 3-4 hours long, something like that. So it is a different content comparable. It's much longer, 2 or 3 times as much longer. That's why it will be more interesting. And also there will be an introduction to the classes in the second chapter. You have well, you won't have the necessity to, or necessity, I think it was, to choose the class, because you could go classless. So the base class, you can go and finish the game. I'll give you that ability. It will be hard actually to do that, but I'll give you the ability. But there will be other classes to play with, and there will be multiple classes, there will be different quests, there will be hidden classes and stuff like that. So you will have loads of choices in the second chapter already, whereas you won't have to, for example, finish certain quests. You will obviously have a goal where you have to go somewhere and do something to progress the main story, but you won't have to do it straight ahead. You can do anything else. You can omit half of the map and go straight to your goal if you want to, or you can just go around places and explore and do quests, get abilities and stuff like this, level up. So you will have loads of choices. It will depend on you, however you like to play. You will go straight to your main goals, or you will go around and find other stuff to do while going to your main objective. And also it doesn't feel like side quests, because you don't know what the storyline is. Shit, I don't even know what the storyline is, to be truthful completely, because it's so messed up. It's just complicated everything. The sheer amount of classes, you won't know what's the story about. You may have an inkling of what it is. For example, if you, I won't spoil the game or anything, but if you play it from the beginning and play the demo version, you'll get a type of story introduction that will require something from you. But at the same time, it's not the main storyline. Actually, this will be the main storyline of the classless character, to do that in the game. But the main storyline will not be the same for the other classes. So you will have different storylines depending on what type of class you play. And of course there will be loads of shit to do in the game, because as I said, I'm doing it in such a way that it has so many classes. You have, well, it's not infinite choice, but you have just so many choices, and each choice requires me to do a certain amount of work on it. That's why I just managed to release the first demo version of the first chapter, because it's just impossible to finish the game sooner. I tried to actually do the second chapter till the end of this year, but as I said, it's quite impossible. I still have loads of shit to do in the second chapter. Maybe I will finish the third chapter next year. That's how long this game will be. Actually, it's a very long game, and making it's very a long process of doing it. That's why I released the demo version, so that people can check it out and tell me if they see any improvements to the game, if they would like to see something more and stuff like this. And as I said, if something is a good idea, I will use it. Although it adds more work to me, but at the same time, you know, people will be more happy about this, playing this game, because it's more interesting, or because it looks better, or something like that. And that's why I'm That's what I'm planning with a demo version, so that people can, on the less interesting chapter, because chapter 1 is not that interesting. It's not boring, but it's not as interesting as second chapter and third, for example. But at the same time, it's not boring in any way. I think it's interesting. There will be some, as I said, introduction stuff, and there will be some quests and so on. And you will have a way to, actually, from the beginning of the game, you will be, that's a secret actually, but I can let you on that secret because you don't know what it is yet. I haven't finished the secret yet, because you will finish it at the end of the game. Now, the secret of that is, from the beginning of the game, you have to collect certain objects. And you will have to collect 8 of them, I believe. It was either 8 or 7 of them. Something like that. And when you collect them all, you'll be able to forge a weapon out of it. And that will be the strongest weapon in the game, pretty much. But that is only if you collect all of them. And from the beginning of the game, from the first chapter, you will have to start collecting them. So already one of those objects appears in the first chapter. In the second chapter there will be another one. In the third chapter there will be 2. In the fourth chapter there will be 2. Or 3, I don't know. Depends, as I said, depends on... because I don't remember how many objects I've created for that. But, as I said, there will be about... from 6 to 8, I believe. It's something like that. As I said, I don't remember the correct number anymore. It was so long time ago. But if you collect them all, you will be able to create a weapon that is the strongest in the game, pretty much. And any type of weapon. That will depend on what type of class you have, actually. So you won't be able to create only a sword, let's say, and then your class is that you cannot use swords. For example, you are an archer or something like that, so you don't use swords. You don't need that kind of shit, right? So obviously you create a weapon out of it which your class uses, not the other way around. So that you, for example, you can create only one weapon out of it. So you'll be able to create any type of weapon out of it, and it will be the strongest weapon in the game.
Okay, guys,
Or
that wraps up
maybe
today's
if I change it, will be one of the strongest games.
race.
Sorry,
We'll
weapons.
head on to the nation.
Because sometimes I do change my mind, and you know, I can actually make it so that it's not the strongest, but it's one of the strongest. So it's one of the strongest weapons in the game. Because I am actually making different weapons. I want to make a large selection of weapons, especially the higher tier weapons. I want to make you know, higher selection. Low tier I don't give a shit really, because although you will spend some time on low tier levels and use those weapons, but at the same time I will have to balance them and stuff like that, so
I've marked their position on your GPS if you
I'll do that probably later on. But yeah, there are some actually very nice weapons already created by me. It's just that you won't be able to see them before, I don't know, chapter 3 or 4, end of chapter 3 or start of chapter 4, something like that. So those will be very, you know, powerful weapons. So I've created a load of them. And as I said, some of the weapons are class based. Most of the weapons, sorry, are class based. And sometimes you won't be able to get certain weapons, even if there are weapons you are using. Those weapons are for different class, for example. So for example, sword, if your class uses a sword, there might be a specific sword that your class won't be able to use because it's for a different class. Obviously you won't get that sword. You won't be able to buy that sword or find it, because there will be no way for you to find it. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'll do this one again. I'll do this one again. And I want to be gone and never look at it again. Muscle cars. Anyway, so as I said, there will be limitations, so you won't be able to buy certain weapons and stuff like this. You won't see, like, I don't know, for example, if you play it once and you pass it on one class, on certain class, you won't see, like, I don't know, 90% of the weapons available in the game. Something like that. Depending on which class as well. Because some classes will have more weapons, some less. But you won't be able to, you know, see about 90% of the weapons in game that are unique to the other classes, because you would have to actually play as those classes to be able to see them. And that's intended, because I am not spoiling people. Maybe they want to, if they like the game when I finish it, they can play multiple times. They can play twice or 3 times and choose different cars every time, and you know, try different path, different choices and so on. So it's more interesting that way. It's not boring.
turn right. Turn left.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm ill. I'm ill for about, I don't know, over a week already, and I can't seem to get better. I mean, well, the plus side of this is that it's not getting worse, but it's not getting really better anyway. I mean, it's better than it was, but I'm not fully healed yet, so
In 100 meters, turn left.
so That's sucks, as they call it. And besides that, there is nothing much I can really tell you without spoiling the game, because as I said, I want people to actually experience it instead of me talking how it looks like and you know, shit, not this way. How it looks like and you know how to play it and so on. It's everything is in the game. You can download it. And the class, the library-less version. So the version without library weighs about 46 megabytes. So that's how much it weighs. The first chapter. And with the library, I don't know, something like 700, not 700, 400 or 300 something, 340 maybe, 300, I don't know, something maybe, something like that. So 300 megabytes is not that. So 300 megabytes is not done. And it is on Google Drive. So no shady business, no shady links, no adverts in links. You are just going straight to Google Drive and download the file. That's pretty much that. And depending on your internet, I don't think Google has any type of limits. Probably they have for each person, but they don't have limits such as, you know, 200 kilobytes per second or something like that, some kind of shit. Or 50 kilobytes per second, you know. I don't think they have that type of shit transfer. So my guess is it will, even the 300 megabytes version, you will download it quite fast. And, you know, just try it out. It doesn't cost you anything besides some time. But also you might enjoy it, so you never know. Sorry. You might enjoy it, and the time will not be wasted. Actually, you will enjoy it, and maybe in the future you will want to play the game as well. So that's something to look forward to when you play it. I think people will actually like it when they play it. I say some some dialogues may have mistakes in them because I couldn't catch all of them. So for example, there is a letter missing, or there is too many letters. For example, there's double S where there should be one S or something like that.
All right, buddy. You need to catch up to and overtake all 37 of them to win this one.
What? What the fuck is this? No, 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 no. That is not what I want.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Fucking bastard. I don't know why it took me here, actually. Maybe I saw the press X to enter the race, and that's why I pressed it. That's my guess, at least. We'll see. Anyway, let me just correct that. Okay, there we go. Anyway, so that's pretty much that about my game. Go and download it, play it, have fun with it, check it out, try it out, see how you look, and as I said, I would appreciate any feedback on it. And the feedback you can post on my website. Just enter any of the posts I've made, and you will be able to make a comment. As anonymous, you don't have to make accounts or anything like that. You can just post it as anonymous, and you know, be done with it. I'm tired as fuck. I'm yawning. I want to sleep though. I'm so fucking tired throughout the holiday and everything. I mean, I didn't get to rest whatsoever. Tomorrow, New Year. I ain't gonna go anywhere probably. I don't drink anyway, so what the fuck. So it doesn't matter really if I go anywhere, because that's pretty much what I'm gonna do anyway. I'm not gonna drink anyway, so wherever I go, that doesn't change really, so it doesn't really matter to me. Besides, I don't want to stand outside. I could go to central London and watch the fireworks, but I thought I don't give a shit, because I can just turn on my television and do the same shit. I don't have to stand there. I went to fucking Edinburgh and for the New Year to watch the fireworks and stuff like that. And that was a critical mistake because it was so fucking windy. I was standing there 2 hours. And then I got cold. I watched the fireworks, yeah sure, 10 minutes. I watched the fireworks for 10 minutes, then I fucked off home. But that's the problem, right? You stand around for 2 hours or 3 hours and then spend 10 minutes and then just fuck off home, which is pointless. I can just sit at home, warm, I don't know, make a cup of tea, coffee, whatever I want, juice, something to eat if I want to, before the show. What the fuck? Go. Before they show the fireworks, I can watch something or play some games or whatever. I can watch something on computer or on TV, and just be comfortable. But if I go outside, then first of all I have to travel where millions of people will travel as well, so tube will be fucked pretty much, and the roads will be closed tomorrow in central London, some of the roads, so you won't be able to travel there. As in, yeah, you will be able to travel, it's just that you won't be able to travel there and for the New Year. And on Sunday there is a parade. On 1st there is a parade in London at 12 I believe or something like that. There's a New Year's parade, which I don't want to go to either. I prefer to sleep a bit more, get some rest, and then be healthy. Perhaps. Hopefully. Yeah, what time is it anyway though? Because I know I started this stream at what, 8? And it's 9, almost 5 past. So 5 past 9, I can do 1 more hour. Probably when I finish the stream, I will have to first I will have to upload it to YouTube, so I'll upload the whole stream to YouTube. And then watch some walkthroughs perhaps, I don't know. Because lately there are no worthy, at least interesting, or let's call it interesting, speedruns I could find. I mean, sometimes when there is a guy talking, I just don't want to watch him, because this person is not for me. I don't know. I mean, well, you cannot like everyone, right? I'm not gonna point out or anything like that, but I'm just saying that sometimes when you turn on a video on YouTube or something like that, and you just decide, no, it's not for me, this guy, and you just wonder, how does he have like 1 million views or something? Sometimes I do wonder, because sometimes I see people. I know a person, actually. I'm a subscriber to. I think it's her, and she does a lot of adventure stuff games.
Arrived at your destination.
And I think because she doesn't do commentary, She doesn't do the commentary, and I like that because sometimes, you know, the commentary is not useful. It's actually worse to have in games, especially in long games. And if you have, let's say, rubbish voice, or if you don't know what to say, or just talking rubbish, then it's better not to talk anything. If you are talking something useful, then yeah, that's useful. Then yeah, I welcome any commentary. But if you're just talking bullshit, then it just spoils the game, right? People would want them to shut up. Or for example, the sound. Now I do that, for example, but I am also guilty of it, and I don't like it when people do it. The game sound is much lower, and you cannot hear the game sound, and you can only hear the guy or the girl, which is sometimes annoying to me because I want to actually hear the game, what they're saying and stuff like that. Especially in adventure games and mystery games or puzzle games, I want to hear it and, you know, experience it. But then the person doesn't shut up, and I just hear the person all the time talking, which is annoying as fuck. Sometimes the quality is shit. Although, you know, for example, the commentary is good, but you just cannot watch it because the quality is shit. But that was in the older days. That was, you know, in the past. Now it rarely happens, very rarely. Now the quality is pretty much all the time there. Also depends from where the video is. I mean, if it's recorded on computer, that's the quality is there. If it's recorded from Twitch, yeah, the quality may not be there. 720. I have the highest setting, 2.5 megabytes transfer on Twitch. Upload speed. That's the one I selected, so that's the highest upload speed I can get out of Twitch. And I mean, that's the highest one they provide and recommend as well. And you know, the quality is 720p, which is, what the fuck, man. That's why you can see it grainy sometimes and stuff like that, because it's 720, it's not 1080p. So it's 720p actually. If you go to YouTube, you won't have full HD, you will have HD. And also YouTube has its own, you know, what was it? It has its own, you know, conversion and stuff like that. So it worsens the video even further. So a video from Twitch is not the best quality you can get. But also if you put it on YouTube, it's even worse quality. It's not the real quality. They have to do it because there's, like, you know, million terabytes uploaded every day. So that's why they have to do it. They have to encode it in such a way that, you know, it doesn't take so much space. And that's why the quality is worse. That's my guess, at least. Because what other, you know, purpose would be there? Other than that, really. Just imagine how many people use YouTube. And worldwide. Not just, you know, UK or USA. Just worldwide. How many people use YouTube and how many people upload stuff daily, you know, and the size of stuff and so on. I mean, sometimes, for example, I upload one stream from Twitch. That's 2 hours. 2 hours of footage. That's a lot. That's a lot of gigabytes. So you can imagine. I mean, probably they have. Well, it is probably more than 1 gigabyte. This video. I don't know. I didn't check. But you can actually see how many people, you know, upload. Me uploading one stream to YouTube is already a couple of gigabytes, let's say. So if people upload from their computer, it's at the best quality they can have, because Twitch doesn't give you the best quality you can have, you know. If you record this game on your PC, you'll probably have better quality. Without Twitch, just record it and then upload it. You'll probably have better quality. That's my guess. Not probably. If you have good computer, you have a lot better quality. And if you have good software for recording. Not some shit. Wait a minute, this shit is falling from my face again. Stupid headphones. I have to actually buy headphones to stream on my computer because, as I said, I forgot that I don't have them. I mean, I have, but very shit ones. Like, the shittest of the shittest. There is a mic over there. And I bought them for the mic. I didn't buy them for the speakers. But it's just a shit mic. Even Chinese mics are better than this one. So you can imagine the quality of the audio from that mic. It's just pure bullshit. And that's the thing. I didn't buy it. I didn't have it. That's why I'm doing my stream on Xbox instead of my computer. Because if I did it on my computer, I will actually show you the game. I would start it, I would play it a bit and show you how it works and stuff like that. I could probably show you some stuff other than that. Go, 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 go. Okay. But unfortunately, you wouldn't hear any type of comment or anything about the game. So that would be pointless. You would just see me play, but there is no explanation to anything. So I decided to do my stream on Xbox and talk about the game, just explain it, and when people play it, they'll actually notice stuff. So no, fuck's sake. That's what I'm talking about. I forgot to buy them. I actually have to figure out which ones to buy. I don't want to buy overly expensive ones because it's just pointless to buy those type of things. I won't be using them that much, and even if I will, it's just pointless. I just need them for mic. I don't really use headphones to play games. I have my fucking TV in front of me. I don't need headphones, and there is no one to disturb, so who gives a shit? I can just make my TV the loudest it can be and I don't give a shit. I can just play. Some people say, especially people with that play FPS games, first person shooter, they have to have like headphones and stuff because it's easier for them to hear stuff and so on. I would understand for professionals when they play, for example, in an area where there's loads of talking, speaking. I mean, people are talking among themselves and stuff like that. There's a lot of noise. That's what I'm getting at, actually. So yeah, headphones are very useful in that way. But when you're actually in front of your computer or in front of your Xbox or TV, right, and you are playing some game, you don't actually need headphones, do you? You can hear everything perfectly fine. So some people are used to that. They have to have the headphones to play some games because they're used to that. They just always put them on. I don't really have to have them. I can just play without. Same with shooting stuff, you know, FPS. I don't have to have that headphones. That's why I don't get ear raped. Because I don't really use headphones. If you don't know what that means, go to YouTube and type in ear rape. And you'll know what it is. If you then turn down the voice of the video, then you will know what ear rape is with your headphones. I just don't listen to music normally when I'm traveling and stuff like that. That's why I see people actually use, you know, what the fuck? Oh, the third exit. Right. The third exit. Let's go to the third exit. I don't usually, you know, listen to music or anything like that when I'm traveling or anything, because mostly I travel by my own means of transport, by bike, so I cannot really listen to music. I mean, I could probably turn on something and put on earplugs or whatever in, not earplugs, but earphones. Put on the helmet on top of that, and that's it. And you'll listen to music, but that's distracting on bike, so I don't do that. Although I sing to myself sometimes when I'm driving, in a good mood, riding. Sorry. When I'm in the good mood, I just, you know, slalom around, hit up the tires. That's what they. When you go to, if you watch Formula 1, you know, they go in a zigzag pattern. And they do that to warm up the tires. So the tires have a certain temperature, stuff like this. It's important to them. And I do the same sometimes on the road. When it's wet, I don't do that, because, you know, it's hazardous. But when it's dry, I do it sometimes. Obviously, I checked if there's something behind me or behind me, just, you know, so that nothing hits me, but I just do it sometimes. Obviously from in my lane, not both lanes, you know. Not like that, I'm not that crazy. Just in my lane like this. Like I did with the car. Obviously with the car it looks different than with the bike, but something like that. Shit, I sometimes broke so hard that I was drifting on my bike. Once I didn't notice a woman or girl, I don't even remember them. But there was someone on the crossing. Shit, what was it called? Pedestrian crossing, yes. There was someone on pedestrian crossing, and she was already crossing, and I didn't see her because the bus obstructed my view, and I didn't see her whatsoever. So I was going less than 30 miles an hour, but when I noticed her, I broke so hard that I was just basically drifting on my bike sideways, and I stopped in front of her. I didn't hit her, I just stopped in front of her, which is lucky, I guess. That's why I do tend to slow down before those lights now, because it's just, you don't know, it's, people call them lemmings. If you don't know what lemming is, there's two types of explanation you can get for lemming. Lemming is an animal, but also there was a game, Lemmings, in the past, in 90s perhaps, or 80s. And you had lemmings, creatures, that you had to take from point A to B, but they were very slow, and they could die very easily. So that's, when I say lemmings, for the pedestrians, I mean the lemmings from the game. Not as in animals lemmings, because there are actually animals called lemmings. They look like fucking rats or mouse or whatever. Hamster type of creature. Animal, sorry, not creature. Yes, animal. But yeah, as I said, it's sometimes, you know, they just walk in front of you, and that's annoying because they cross everywhere. I mean, everywhere. I mean, wait a minute.
When you're ready, and we'll move on to the next leg of this road trip.
So that they cross everywhere. Everyone crosses everywhere. Red light, green light, whatever. And I do it as well, you know, everyone does it. It's not like, you know, I'm not guilty of it. It's just, I'm just saying, you know, look left, look right. Some people look at their phone and just going straight. Whatever happens, happens. I don't understand that type of philosophy. Life, you know, ideas. And I don't understand kids yelling YOLO, whatever. Isn't that kind of obvious? No shit, Sherlock. You live only once. Seriously? Did you just figure it out? Or did you need your mama to actually say that to you? And spell it out? Because I don't get that kind of bullshit, you know. You live only once. Duh! It's fucking obvious, isn't it? Thanks, Captain Obvious, for your information. You live only once, what the fuck? If that's someone's motto for the life, then they're fucked. In life. Right. Yeah, continue. Last road trip.
Alright, our champs
For the
made
stream.
call. We're heading to San Giovanni.
Daily. Okay, let's do that. Let's do this one. So again, just to remind you guys again, you can download the game from below the player. My game is available from today, and it will be available. The demo version will be available till I probably release the game, the full version. So you have loads of time to check it out and play it. If I do find if people notify me of any type of mistakes or anything, I will probably do correct them and then re-upload those versions so that they're up to date and with corrected stuff. And as I said, if you give me some ideas in the for the game, as in what better improvements or something like that, and if I use those ideas, you will be rewarded with the final credits in the game. So I will be giving people that option if they want to add feedback, and if that feedback is used, if it's productive, your name will be mentioned at the end of the game and in the credits. There will be a file credits and sources as well to whoever contributes to the game. Whatever, let's go this way. And as I said, the game is not very long, it won't take much of your time. It's always worth to try something new. The title of the game, as I said, is provisional. It's not set in stone. It's called Dark Times. And I don't have really better name right now for it. And the main character is called Dark. Because I am called Dark. Because I think it's a cool name. I mean, it's not bad to give this type of... I could call him, I don't know, Ronald or whatever, but that would be just posh and shit. I don't want that kind of shit in my game. NPCs can have this kind of names, and especially NPCs with that type of names are either bastards or, you know, whatever. I have to actually create an NPC called Richard, which is, in other words, called Dick. I'm sorry, I'm not taking a pic at any Richard out there. I'm just saying what people say. No, seriously, this is what they commonly name them, at least in England or in UK. Richard is in other dick.
Rally Championship.
Bas-
Race to start the champ.
Turn right.
But yeah, the future stuff in the game will be much more interesting. The classes, I already done. Not, well, I would lie if I done most of the classes because there's lots of left to do. That's one of the actually. Before I continue with the game, this is actually one of the cars that I designed some graphic for. So all this graphic on this car is designed by me, and I've created it for this car only. Obviously, it's not the same graphic as you have, for example, I don't know, created by some professional. I don't think it's that bad though. There's a spider web on top of this. It's not that bad, is it? For a half-an-hour graphic. I mean, I could sit on it half a day or one day and then create something better, but I'm not gonna to give a shit. Because what for? Not to be mistaken with Watford. There is a stuff like that. So don't get mistaken. Shit, I need this for fuck's sake, dude. I don't have rewind, so I have to restart every time I fucked up. That's the setting of my difficulty. I don't have rewinds, so that I get more credits. But at the same time, my difficulty is not that high. Sorry, I just don't have rewinds, and I think I have normal difficulty. Nothing high, nothing major. Because I want to enjoy the game, not repeat the same race 20 times. I just don't see that. I don't have to, I don't know, challenge it. I mean, it's not boring. I'm doing this. I mean, it's boring already because I've played it so many times. I just don't want to play this. But what I mean is, I want to finish it, so I don't want to make it especially difficult for myself to finish all the championships. There's no point. I could make it the easiest I can, but at the same time I thought let's not go that way as well. So I took it as normal. Instead of making it very easy or very hard, I made it normal, just casual. So it's not too easy, it's not too hard. Although it's too easy now because, as I said, I've played this game for what, 70 hours, maybe something like that. So that's over almost 3 days of gameplay. So I know how to play this game already. That's why you don't see them behind me, because they're too easy for me right now. But I don't really give a shit, you know. They're all normal. If they cannot catch up, I'm not gonna change it to hard, because the shit between hard and normal is shit, and I make mistakes as well. So fuck's sake, come on! Why they didn't finish it? Like, I don't know who makes a a fence that like that. When you create a game, you see this type of shit with those, you know, unfinished stuff. Who makes this shit? In specific places. I mean, this game is not about buildings, but at least finish the fucking fence, dude. Oh, there's Watch Dogs 2 coming out, which I'm not gonna buy. Because if it was Aiden Pierce, if you played as Aiden Pierce, I would buy it. But you won't, so I'm not gonna buy it. I don't like it when they change characters too much. Every game different character. I don't like that. I mean, you have one character, it was a good character. It had, I mean, yeah, well, I played the game and I finished it, and I know the end. of the game. He said it's pretty much the end and so on. So why did they create the second game? But whatever. I like the dead set. Actually, the dead sect or sect. I don't remember. It's dead sect or dead set. I actually like that concept of underground hacking community. That I like. Even in the first game, I like that. But also, it's a bit shit that they didn't give you a choice at the end to give that say 10 seconds just to insert their virus and be a watchdogs. I mean, if they gave you a choice, the game ending would be much better, and then you have much more possibilities with this character, because you could create actually the second game where, for example, they betray you, for example, or a second game where you are evil and you do whatever you want, and then the dead sect wants to stop you. I mean, there's loads of possibilities if they gave you a choice, but they didn't give you a choice, so you wiped out everything, and that's it. So you restarted the OS, the ICT OS, or CTOS. I don't remember. It was ICTOS or CTOS. I don't remember which one was it. I know there was CT there, but again, you wiped it out, all the information and so on, whatever it was so long ago, I don't remember what you wiped out. But at the same time, they didn't give you a choice, so you had to do it, and you didn't let them do their stuff, and that's it. And now you have new character, and whatever the story behind him is, I don't know. But I know why they did this. I won't actually name my suggestions why they did this. I won't actually say that. I won't comment on that, but I suspect I know why. It's the same with a couple of other games. I'm not gonna point out which games because my point will be obvious. And I'm not happy with that. Because actually, well, I gave what, 8 points, something like that, 7.5 for Watch Dogs. And because yeah, it is interesting, it's different, but at the same time the ending is shit, and the overall missions, the time to main storyline is just short. There's just too much. I mean, it's not that short because you have a couple of chapters, obviously. But arguably, if you play this game, you could do this no problem. In one day. I mean, in one day. In one, gameplay, or basically one video, let's go, one stream, let's say. You could do it if you have played this game and so on, and you know how to play it. You could do it in one, stream, for example, a couple of hours. And I'm not talking about speedrunning it. I'm just talking about just passing it casually. It's the first time you play it, you don't know what's going on and stuff like that. You just get accustomed to everything. And then also you play, you collect stuff. I was collecting everything. So first of all, you don't have to collect the towers. You don't have to unlock the towers. You don't have to do that. But there was achievement for that, so I was doing it. So I had to go around the map, driving or running or whatever, and unlocking those things. You don't have to do it. Sorry. What it gives you is a hideout in different places, and ability to use hacking stuff. But at the end, you are hacked anyway, so it doesn't matter. As I say, you can just kill everything. You don't have to hack in this game. There are so many weapons of choice. You can just destroy everything if you want to, especially on computer if you have a mouse. Because I'm very shit at aiming with a controller. I just don't know how to aim. That's why I'm so shit with Destiny. Even if I played it 1 year, I probably wouldn't be as good as some people. Because it's just, I don't know how to aim with a controller. I mean, it's... How did they intend me to use a dialogue stick for fucking aiming? I don't know, man. With my finger, with my thumb. To aim everywhere. I mean, that's not for me. I'm used to the mouse. For most of my life, I use the mouse to aim in games and stuff like that. So it's not for me. I'm talking about shooting games, obviously, not other games. Other games I'm fine. Actually, racing games I'm more confident, or I'd say more comfortable with pads, with gamepads, instead of a keyboard. I prefer to actually play on console racing games. That's why, for example, I would never buy Forza for computer, for PC, but I bought it for Xbox because I always prefer to play these or on console basically. So racing games I prefer to play on consoles, fighting games as well. Devil May Cry, one of my favorite games. I know it's not boring, but it's repetitive and linear, but I like it. It's one of my favorite games. I played all Devil May Cry besides the Devil May Cry, basically, which is the latest one, obviously. I didn't play, not that I didn't like the character and stuff like this, but you know, they kind of taken a piss from about the other character as well, with one scene which I didn't like, because I think this character is worse than Dante from the 1, 2, 3, and 4. Not that I don't like this character, I just think it's worse. Because the other one had this type of, I don't know, classical charisma, whatever. I mean, this game was created with this character in mind, not with the other, with black hair, whatever, right? Different face like a hobo, whatever. That's why I prefer from 1 to 4. And in 4 I didn't like that you had to play as a Nero. Or Nero, whatever you want to call it. I didn't like to play as him. But then you play as Dante as well, so... The third, actually, Devil May Cry is the best. I think all fans will say that the third is the best, basically. The third game. I think everyone would say that who played all the versions. Well, maybe not everyone. I like 1 and 2 as well. I think they're cool games. They're fantastic. It's just that the best one out of them is 3. It's number 3. Especially if you have Virgil there. You can actually play with Virgil, the third one. And in the second and third, first and second, you played either as Dante or as a woman. One was Trish, and the other one I don't remember the name of. It was so long time ago I played Devil May Cry. I still had it. I had it on my Xbox 360 actually, Devil May Cry 4, which I passed as well. But I actually passed Devil May Cry 3 a couple of times. Although it's the same shit, I passed it a couple of times. And my favorite weapon from the third one is Cerberus weapon. which is like a free-ended nunchuck thing that freezes stuff. Oh, I liked it a lot. I think it had the one of the best animations. I like the guitar as well. I didn't like it because because I like guitars or whatever like that, and no shit like that. I liked it because after some moves, when you do the combo, it changes to a scythe, and I love scythes.
Alright, another win.
I think it's a cool weapon. It's very difficult to master this. Actually, well, we're talking about games, but it's very difficult to use it. If you were to use it, for example, in real life, it's very difficult to use scythe. Because it's a fucking pole with a, I don't know, dagger-like thing at the end. So you cannot thrust it like a spear. You cannot slash like a sword. It's longer than dagger, so I mean it's kind of very difficult to imagine how you would fight with fucking, you know, realistically, not as in anime style also.
At the roundabout,
But yeah, scythe, it's one of the most one of the best looking weapons I know. Especially like daggers and stuff. I mean, when I played, for example, Skyrim, Thief, and Assassin. That's most time I spend with. Thief and Assassin Guild. This is the most time I spend with in those games. Oblivion, the same shit.
take the first exit.
Skyrim, Oblivion, the same shit. Thieves Guild and Assassin's Guild. If they only did those parts, I would be satisfied with the game. Because I don't really give a shit about the rest. Thieves Guild and Assassin's Guild, or Dark Brotherhood. Those are two favorite things from Skyrim and Oblivion. I didn't play Morrowind, and especially the older ones, like Arena or Daggerfall. I didn't play that. It's too old already. You'd have to play it a long time ago to be accustomed with it. Now, if I just turned it on, I'd say, what type of shit graphic is this? I cannot play it. Even Oblivion is kind of empty when I was playing it, because I played Skyrim first, and then I played Oblivion. Played. And you know, when you go to Skyrim, you know, there's lots of locations, but also it's not that empty, you know, it has a feeling of there's stuff in there. But when you go to Oblivion, it's like there's a fucking empty map. You can go in a straight line for 10 minutes and you will see nothing. That empty. Which was annoying to me, because, you know, if you are searching for monsters or whatever you want to slay and improve your skills, there is none. And in Gothic it was different, because you actually go out of the city and you already have monsters, like wolves or whatever. There is even an orc in the Gothic 2. Outside the city. What the fuck, man? That's what I'm talking about. That it's just too empty, and the same is with Morrowind. And especially the graphic, oh fucking hell. I mean, I could play it. I mean, the graphic is not, for Morrowind, it's not that shit yet. I mean, I could play it still. It's not that bad. But at the same time, you know, it's just too empty. It's just too fake and stuff. I mean, the games I played, I mean, it's not bad probably game. It probably has a good storyline and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's just that I couldn't play it anymore, because I haven't played it when these type of games were standard. So for example, I don't really care much about graphics, but if I haven't played a certain game, then I cannot force myself to play it anymore, because it's too old. And even if graphics, I could master the courage to actually play with it, it's just, you know, it looks too weird to me, because I'm not accustomed to it. So for example, if I turn on Gothic 1, which is from what, 2003? So that's what, 13 years old game? I'll turn on Gothic 1 and that game is not alienating to me whatsoever. It could be even worse graphic because I played it a long time ago. And I'm, you know, and I am accustomed to this game. I knew it. And that's why I wouldn't mind even if it was a worse graphic game. But if you turn on a game, a very old game that is, you know, you never played, then it's a different story, isn't it? Same is with Final Fantasy. I cannot swallow the fact. I mean, the 2D I would play because I'm accustomed to do 2D games. But for example, the Final Fantasy VII, which they introduced the first 3D version of Final Fantasy, I wouldn't play it. I mean, it would be too shit to me because it's kind of 2D, 3D. I mean, it is 3D, but you know, it's kind of shit one. So that's what I'm saying. You know, I wouldn't play it because it's just not for me anymore. I'm not accustomed to it. And the same for other games. For example, I could play Mario Bros because I played it when I was little, and I wouldn't mind. I would actually play it and, you know, wouldn't mind pixelated faces and shit. But at the same time, if you show me the modern Mario Bros, I wouldn't play because I think it's boring. So it works other way around as well. I wouldn't play the modern games either because it's not the same shit. It's not the same stuff. So I wouldn't play it.
Alright, that's it for this road trip to the festival, and we'll kick off the party.
Wow, actually I will be able to use a normal car to return to festival. Wow. That's something to look forward to.
One of Horizon's top drivers is in the area. I've marked their position on your GPS.
Yeah, I can see them.
If you'd like to challenge
Anyway.
them to a head-to-head in
So,
2 meters.
yeah, I mean,
Turn right.
my favorite type of games are pretty much RPG games and adventure or adventure/mystery, you know, because although the game may be adventure, it may be shit because there are no puzzles in it or something like that, you know, but mostly there are. What do they call it? Adventure games? But I like to call them mystery games because, you know, there is some sort of mystery, you have to have puzzles and stuff like that. Like Sherlock Holmes. So I like these type of games. I mean, I think they're fantastic games. I mean, but you have to have a certain, you know, taste for the type. For example, some people play FPS games, so first-person shooters, a lot. Some play, for example, sports games. I just cannot look at sports games. FIFA and stuff like this, I am not bothered to even look at it. Did I actually hit it? I will have to actually check that in the stream review. If I hit it. Probably did, but I thought I didn't hit it. Anyway, so some people, I hit this one, that's for sure. So some people, for example, have taste for FPS and stuff like this. So for shooting games and stuff like that. And I don't mind shooting games, but at the same time, you know, I'm not that great of a fan. And sports games are just, no, plain no to me. I don't play any sports game. I don't own any sports game. Forza, it's not a sports game. Just to clarify that, it's a racing game. What I mean by sports game is something that when you turn on the game, it starts like this: EA Sports for the game. So I don't play these type of games. NBA, FIFA, whatever it is, hockey, I don't know, running, whatever shit. No, I don't play that shit. I had for Xbox 360 on Kinect, I had Olympics, but that was different because it was on 360. So you were actually physically standing in front of fucking your TV with Kinect looking at you,
Take the first exit.
and you would just hold on to imaginary javelin or whatever, or when you do shot put, you would hold on to imaginary ball or whatever, or javelin, and throw it. Run and throw it. Which is something else. I played a lot of tennis as well. That's not for... It was Kinect Sport for 360, and not the not Summer Olympics, the London Olympics, 2012 it was. So yeah, I played some games that are sports games, but for Kinect mainly. So for Kinect I didn't mind because, as I said, it was more of an exercise and more of a fun, because you actually do stuff. You stand in front of your Kinect and television and act like idiots and have fun with it. But if you are just sitting in front of the television and your Xbox or PlayStation, whatever, your console or your computer, and play FIFA, what type of fun is this? Or Manager, with a football manager, that's the one. What the fuck is the point of this game? My friend likes this. I mean, I've seen what... I mean, the fuck is this, man? I just couldn't play it. I understand some people have this knack for management games, and I have guilty pleasure of... Well, guilty pleasure. I had some of those games. For example, there was a game where you had to build your own transport system. I like that because you actually... But that's different, because for the football manager you have just screen your budget and you just buy and sell players, whatever. I don't really know what this game is about, but it's probably about that. But in transport, you actually physically build your own tracks. You build the lane, you buy buses, you let the buses go, you build bus stops or tram stops or train stations. There are tube station or metro, basically underground stations. And that was something else, because it is a kind of simulator, like a Sims. SimCity, but instead of building your buildings and zones where you have work zone and living zone and whatever, the people are moving in and you are basically like a god and overlook the whole city, you are just building your own transport system for the city. City is built, so you don't have to build the city, you just build the transport system. Or I played for example, game where you drive the buses. For example, there is a lane and you drive the bus. Or taxi. I don't remember if I played the taxi one, but I'm sure I played the
400 meters, turn
bus one. But also there was one more,
turn left.
which I don't remember anymore. I think I don't remember with what was it concerned. I know buses and something else.
Meters, turn right.
I just don't remember what. Oh, tracks, that's the one, yeah. So,
Turn right.
it was Euro Truck 2, I believe. Was the one. Okay. Euro Truck 2. That's the name of it. So you have your own truck, you buy a truck, you buy a garage, and you deliver goods from one place to another. But it's a simulator because you have actually in cabin view, you can view it like I'm viewing it right now. So you see the truck instead of the car. The whole truck is there. You load, You have certain amounts of time to deliver it. Also, if you damage it, your reward will be less and stuff like this. There is rain and so on. You have to turn on indicators on lights and stuff like that. You have to stop on lights. You cannot exceed the limit of the speed because you will get a ticket and so on. It's pretty much a simulator, like you would drive a normal truck but in front of your computer. And it's kind of interesting actually. And I know a lot of people like that kind of games. But as I say, it's kind of different because comparing it to Football Manager, it's just totally different game because you actually do something, not sit in front of the screen and just click buttons. And that's what I think the Football Manager is about, from what I saw. You just click buttons, that's pretty much that. Nothing else. Click buttons. And in those games I told you about, I actually played. Yeah, don't click buttons only. You actually drive. You have to think what to do, which one to choose, and drive there physically and so on. So the graphics changes and so on. You can buy more trucks, buy more garages, hire drivers, for example, in the truck game, Euro Truck, and it's interesting to do it. You can listen to radio from all over the world if you have internet connection. You can actually listen to not internet radio, but you can actually listen to radio from all over the world. So you can listen to radio from Czech Republic. That's what I did. Actually, was listening to some radio from Czech Republic because they put better music than the English radios. I don't want to hear some kind of Justin Bieber or whatever all the time. And the radio from Czech Republic didn't actually put such things in there, put actually music that I liked. Sorry. So I listened to it. And I think you have normal adverts and everything in there. Just like a normal radio. Adverts and everything. And the language is obviously Czech. So you listen to radio, you don't understand anything. But you listen to music, you know. And you just drive away, like, I don't know, going somewhere. And you have loads of, countries to choose from with those radios. And here, for example, in this game, which is a lot younger, 5 radio stations, pre-programmed, with all the music pre-programmed. So you cannot even stream the radio because you have, for example, internet connection. You cannot actually. Did you see that? Do you know from which cartoon this is? This car. Let me just get to it because it's kind of fast. Do you know from which cartoon this car is? If you don't know, kind of very bad childhood, in my opinion. Scooby-Doo. Oh, I watched Scooby-Doo when I was young. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much for this. That's it for the stream, pretty much. I mean, sorry. I've talked about my game for quite a lot. I've said pretty much everything I could say about the game without revealing too much information and spoil it, so that when you download it and play it, you will have the ability to find out all this stuff instead of me telling you about this stuff. Wait a minute. Shit, it's getting worse the more I talk. Right. So that's pretty much all I can talk about my game. As I said, go to the links below the player, or if you are on YouTube watching this, it's also below the video. All the links are provided there, and you can download my game, have fun with it, play around. Tell me if you want to. Obviously, I'm not implying that you have to. If you want to, you can leave some feedback on my website, which you can always find below the player on the video description on YouTube. And if you cannot find it, go to my Twitch and you will find it there. Because there is always a Twitch link when I upload from Twitch to YouTube. If you go to Twitch, there is my there is my website link over there. And it's very easy to remember. It's basically darkplacegames.com. So it couldn't be simpler.
You have some wheel spins available.
So it's basically my nick without PC, obviously, but it's basically my nickname on Twitter and YouTube. On YouTube.com, because on Twitch I cannot change this. I wanted to delete the PC in Twitch login and name basically, but they don't allow me to. I can only capitalize stuff and stuff like that, so I cannot actually change physically my nick, as in delete some letters and stuff like this. They allowed this for some people. You'd have to write to them, but I'm not bothered to, because I'm not gonna beg them to actually change this. I mean, delete 2 letters, that's all I would require from them. PC, just delete that, because I'm actually playing on Xbox, and I will be doing streams on my PC, but you know, it's not just PC. My intent of doing this was to play PC games, and I was playing PC games when I was creating this channel.
Arrived at your destination.
I wasn't intending to do streams on Xbox because I had Xbox 360. So I wasn't intending to do streams on that. I didn't even know you can. I don't even know if you can do streams on that on 360. You probably can, but whatever. And I didn't even have headphones for Xbox 360. I know they just broke, lost. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, thanks for joining me today. I do hope you will go and download my game and try it out, because as I said, it doesn't cost you much besides your time, and who knows, maybe you will like it, so you won't waste any time, you will actually enjoy it. So it's good to try new things. Also new streams in the future, well, New Year basically. In New Year, I will be doing some streams, obviously. There will be some streams to update you guys about my game, some streams just to pass on some time because I'm tired from creating my game, or I just want to relax. So I'll be doing those streams. Sometimes those will be scheduled, so I will not notify you guys of anything. I will just stream whenever I feel like it, when I have some time, or when I want to relax. I will not notify you because it doesn't change anything. That's why the best solution to that will be to follow me on Twitch, and this way you'll get notified when I stream. Obviously, if you want to. I mean, I'm not saying do it, but do it. Do it! Like Shia LaBeouf, I don't know. I don't know how you actually say his surname. I have no clue. LaBeouf? Something like that? Shia LaBeouf? Him and his just do it. So follow me on Twitch if you want to. You can visit my website and also subscribe over there to get feeds. It doesn't cost you anything. And when I post something, you'll get updated. do visit my website, because I will be posting stuff about my game over there most of the time. I did post links and stuff like this on Twitch, but that's only for, just posting the links for people that watch Twitch. And otherwise I will not post information about my game on Twitch, only from streams. But if you miss my stream, then you will have to either watch repeat of it or whatever. And if you just want updates on my game, you can go straight to Twitter or my website, and you'll get those updates straight ahead from there. when they are ready. So you can follow me on Twitch, but also follow me on Twitter so that you get my tweets when I tweet them. And do visit my YouTube channel if you want to. There are some unique videos that you cannot find on Twitch, and also past streams that I did are not available maybe on Twitch anymore. You can watch those there as well. And besides that, I'll be posting some other stuff on YouTube as well. So for example, if I find something on my computer, maybe I will do some gameplays with Sims 3 in the future. So I'll just make a video of it instead of stream and just post it onto YouTube. Sorry, we'll see about that in the future anyway. And the streams will come back in the next year, so Happy New Year anyway, because tomorrow there will be no stream. So Happy New Year. Take care of yourselves, guys, when you are out and partying. Be sure to not lose everything, and be sure to be able to go back home when you finish partying. So have some restraint. But yeah, I do wish you Happy New Year and all the luck in the new year, all the health and everything from me. And enjoy your games, enjoy whatever you are going to do, and have fun with it. And follow me. And don't load my game. Ah, yeah, that's the one. That's the most important part. So yeah, thanks for joining me today. I will see you next year, which is not so far away. And that's pretty much that. So take care of yourselves. I'll see you next time. Have fun. Bye.